I was holding a revival meeting in Taylor's at the Southern Bleachery Baptist Church. Dr. Ed Harrison was the pastor, one of the most godly men I've ever known. Two boys drove up riding piggyback on a motorcycle. The fine greeter, one of the deacons there was one of the greeters, and they had beautiful glass doors on the front of the church. And he saw these boys pull up and park right in front of the church. And he pushed open one of those doors and said, "Fellas, we're glad to have you. Just leave your motorcycle parked right there. I'll keep an eye on it. Come on in. The service has just started. We are glad to have you." And instead of coming in, they began to curse that deacon. I will not repeat in this audience what they said about Dr. Ed Harrison. To climax it, they said, "While you poor sats are sitting there listening to that jackass," referring to me, B-R-A-Y, Bray, "we'll be in Spartanburg, South Carolina, watching a good leg show." And kicked on the motorcycle. They did not go over the length of 3 football fields until they entered into a curve called a Cheek Springs curve. It wounded up slowly up a hill, turning gradually to the left. At the inquest, the man that was going up the hill said, "I was not aware that I was being followed by a motorcycle. Until out of the corner of my eye, I saw it begin to pull along to the side of me. I thought he was a traffic officer, and I looked at my speedometer, and I was going about 60 miles an hour. The man that was coming down and around that curve, facing that oncoming car, said, "I saw the approaching automobile, but I did not know it was being followed by a motorcycle with 2 boys on it. And when I was about 100 feet from it, darting out suddenly from behind that car was this motorcycle. And before I could ever apply the brakes, they had crashed head on into the center of my car. The boy that was driving the motorcycle went up and over that oncoming car and struck the pavement on the right side of his head and scrubbed off all the right side of his head and his shoulder. The boy that was riding piggyback went head first into that oncoming car, and from midway of his elbow, all of this part of his body, every internal organ of his body disintegrated and went through that grill and radiator in less than 3 minutes. Both of them were in hell." You say, "Preacher, just a freak accident." Never, never, never would you make me believe it.